Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today, we are going to ask what the signs you're seeing mean. I am going to be drawing from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. First, I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm so honored to be sharing this time and space with you. For those of you new here, welcome. This is that reminder we're all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. Make sure that you do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find everything necessary to do so below in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information. You may also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio. And if you're interested in becoming a member, click the join button down below next to where the subscribe button is or used to be. When you click on that, it will show you the 3 levels I have available, as well as the options that come with each level. So I do hope to see you there. And if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. So as I stated before, if you didn't catch the other video on how to fix your broken heart or how to heal your broken heart, which you can absolutely check that out, the topics are going to be shifting on the channel. I'm going to go back towards the types of reading that I enjoy the most, the types of readings that have helped me along my own journey as well. So you're going to see a lot more like that, like the signs from the universe, you're on the right path, the blessings that are coming, more of these types of readings. This has been something that's been in the make or in the process of changing for a while. But when Source told me that I had to take that sabbatical, they made it very clear that I had to make a change because the energy that I was expending on the other topics that I was putting up was very exhausting and overwhelming, and I was reaching a burnout point. It was also keeping me in kind of like a round robin of unhealed energy. And the goal of my own journey has been all about coming up into a space of unconditional love, of higher light love, and acceptance of all things as they are. And the only way for any of us to do that is if we truly focus on our own internal healing instead of worrying about where everyone else is. Now, I will bring some of those topics back here and there. However, this shift is going to be channel wide, so it will be on memberships as well. Although I was already putting these types of readings on memberships because, yeah, that's just me. But you're going to see it channel wide. There's just going to be a lot more different energy coming in with the channel itself. So for those of you that are here that are avid supporters, just thank you. Thank you for watching as I grow along this journey, along this channel. It's part of why I decided to do this, was so that I could kind of have a running diary of my own journey. And I noticed that from last year to this year, I have changed so immensely, and I've watched as so many of you have changed as well, and I just want to continue on that healing journey and to gather a collective that's ready to really undertake this difficult journey to become a better version of ourselves. Okay, so with that, let me go ahead and get into our prayer and we'll get our reading underway. All right, my beloved Source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this reading, onto this channel, whether it's for the entire time or for a moment's time. I ask that you surround them in the healing light, the blue light of Archangel Michael. May we be held and protected as we journey on our own path and as we find our own way in this maze of life. As we begin to understand why it is that we are reacting and responding to things, and that we can come into a place of continually healing and knowing that it is just a journey and that it can be adventurous, that it can be something we get to experience, that it can be something that we can see progress through when we allow ourselves to open up to the truth of our own hearts. I ask that you give each and every one here the courage to look deep within themselves, to let go of old patterns and habits that are connected to the emotionally egoic realm, the 3D world, and help bring us into a higher vibrational 5D connection and beyond. May we open up to the truth of our higher self, and may that be the light that shines ever bright into this world and gives space for those who are needing it, and maybe those who feel that they don't need it, the space to grow and the space to heal themselves. As these words are spoken unto this reading and onto this space, so shall they be. Amen, aho, ase. Thank you, my beloved source. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me go ahead and get that set up over here. And we're burning frankincense today, just in case anybody's wondering. All right, so I've already shuffled these. Source for pile number 1. What Rebel Oracle card will help us better understand what signs pile number 1 are seeing mean? What are the signs that pile number 1 are seeing mean? What Oracle card will help us better understand that, source? What are the signs that pile number 1 are seeing? What Oracle card will help us better understand that? Can we please have one card? Thank you. And for pile number 2, source, what Sacred Rebels Oracle card will help us better understand what the signs pile number 2 see mean? What are the signs that pile number 2 are seeing mean? What Oracle card will help us better understand that? What are the signs that pile number 2 are seeing mean? What Oracle card will help us better understand that? May we please have one card, source? Okay, they want that one. Thank you, source. For pile number 3, what Oracle card will help us better understand what the signs that pile number 3 are seeing mean? All right, perfect. Thank you, source. It's crazy. I started out, defend to the end the worthwhile. I started out with this card on the bottom of the deck when I pulled the deck, and I shuffled it like 3 times, and so it went away, and it's just interesting that this would come back out on the bottom. There's been a lot of healing going on across the collective here, and a lot of internal wisdom that's coming through. So not only I'm not the only one feeling this shift. This is something that is collective wide. This is something where everybody is opening up to a deeper meaning. And for those of us, right, because not all of us are open to that. For those of us that aren't open to receiving that higher vibrational energy, there's definitely this feeling of resistance that's coming through, and the hardships that follow that resistance, right? Trying to swim upstream in a place where we know we have no business trying to swim upstream, but some of us still like to stick to the old ways. So all right, let's see what we've got going underway. For pile number 1, we do have this beautiful piece of unakite for you to choose from. Okay, and for pile number 2, we have this piece of yellow jasper. For pile number 3, we have this beautiful piece of bloodstone. You can see out the window. Alright, so pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever pile you're drawn to, that should be the pile for you, and I will see you over on your chosen pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of unakite, if I can get it to focus, all right, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what do the signs you're seeing mean. First thing, I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm so honored to be sharing this time in this space with you. Thank you so very much. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And for those of, and just keep in mind, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel down below. I'm trying to get the camera into where I had it before. I don't know what happened. I hit it. Okay. If you are looking to support the channel further, you'll find all those links necessary below in the description box. You can email me for personal reading. I'll get you out further information. You may also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio. And memberships are now up and live. So if you're interested in becoming a member, there's a join button down below where the subscribe button is or used to be. When you click on that, it'll show you the 3 levels I have available, as well as the options that come with each level. So I do really hope to see you over on memberships. And if not, thank you for your continued support here. So let's go ahead and hop to it and find out more about what signs that pile number 1, what do they mean, source? What do the signs that pile number 1 mean? What can you tell us? What do the signs that pile number 1 see? What do they mean, source? What do the signs mean that pile number 1 is seeing? What do the signs mean that pile number 1 is seeing? Okay, so we've got the 9th house, Scorpio energy, and Mercury. This is actually really cool energy because it's like you're learning how to communicate a deeper knowledge within. This is an internal knowledge that's trying to be seen, trying to be heard. And so the signs are trying to help guide you to this release of what other people may see as taboo, okay? You're not taboo, is what I keep hearing. You're created perfectly as you are, and you're meant to bring something unique to the world. And that starts with you embracing that side of yourself that maybe has been rejected in the past, right? There's this sense of you having hid from yourself or hid that part of yourself. You're like, nope, I got to put that behind closed doors. We got to shut that off. Like, go to your room. Don't come out until I tell you to, but then never telling it to come out, right? With the Scorpio energy here, because it's something that's very dark and mysterious, but it's actually something that's very viable and beautiful for the growth of the collective. This is something that will help the collective embrace the parts of themselves that maybe they themselves shy away from, right? And this is you helping to teach them about this. With the 9th house, you're going to be coming in as a teacher here that helps give them this wisdom, that helps give them this internal understanding that opens them up to this. But it is something that you need to continue learning about yourself, right? You can't just stop where you're at. You have to open yourself up to everything that you can take from this, everything that you can embrace from this. And through that, you'll be able to communicate that out into the world. With Mercury energy here, we have this sense of communicating love, of communicating wisdom, of communicating a truth within. And in communicating that, you're going to be giving others a permission to become their selves, to become the parts of ourselves that are expressed through the divine feminine, the receptive parts of ourselves, right? This is something I do feel like you're extremely passionate about. Like, even though you may hide this part of yourself, like, you still continue to learn about this. You still continue to explore this. You still go out of your way to learn different values and understandings and understandings about this topic or this situation. With Scorpio energy here, it's something that drives you to learn more and more, especially with Scorpio in the 9th house here. It's like something that drives you to learn more and more and more about it. Like, you're willing to go out of your way and take classes on it. So it's like, if this is some sort of a faith, like, you'll take as much classes on it as you can, or you'll go to community groups. Or if this is some sort of practice, like, you're always learning how to integrate this practice into your life in some way, shape, or form. But this is something that's being called to you to let out into the collective as a whole, right? Not just a small community. This is you bringing this to the collective in some shape, in some creative endeavor. Whether that could be a book, that could be a channel, a podcast, it's something through communications, right? If you're like, well, hold up, I don't do public speaking, it doesn't have to be public speaking. Okay, this literally could be you creating some sort of course that helps teach others. This could be you getting out there and creating a community and having that community go and teach others about this, right? It's you getting it out there, though. That's what it feels like. And I do feel like there's some trepidation here that's like, I don't know. Like, I've been so rejected about this part of myself that I don't know if I can. But the reason that you've been rejected from this is because this is something that comes natural and very easily to you. And a lot of other people, to get where you are on the journey, they would have to work rather hard and overcome a lot of obstacles to get there. And so a lot of it could come from jealousy and intimidation and fear of not being enough, or to ever get to the point of you. But again, we're seeing the emotional ego trying to compare oneself to another, and that's not fair because there's two separate journeys going on there. However, it is trying to bring together that collective in a sense of saying that we all carry this beautiful gift within us if we choose to accept it. And I do feel like this could have to do with shadow work or the shadow side. That's really what this feels like here, okay? So let's get some more information out with the tarot itself. My left ear is tickly right now. Yeah, someone's ready to receive what you have to offer. That's what I just heard. So it could be one person, it could be a whole group of people, but it's like they're ready to receive what you have to offer. So there's no need to run from yourself here, and that your signs are trying to carry you towards this expression because there's some sense of freedom that's coming through here. Source, what do the signs that pile number 1 is seeing mean? What do they mean, Source? To let go of the broken heart. Whoa. Excuse me. Oh, wow. That's something that's really difficult for you to discuss, is the broken heart. The hurt and the pain. Look, I split the deck. We have the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. This is like someone that has argued with you, or made you feel insignificant, or made you feel small, gone out of their way to make you feel a certain way about what it is that you have or what it is that you're doing. I cannot talk right now. I need a drink of water. Just a second. Wow, it felt like someone had their finger on my throat, like just pushing and pushing and pushing. This is something where someone is just feeling all kinds of ways about you being true to yourself, okay? And this has kept you in a box. Whether that's consciously or subconsciously, it's kept you in a box. And they're saying that the signs are trying to lead you to realizing your potential, to realizing your truth, to let go of this feeling of disappointment here. Feeling completely, this is like betrayal from another person. Right? Yeah, to taking a new adventure. You might be unsure of yourself. You might be unsure of the path ahead. But if you start walking it, it will soon become easier. All right, let's get it out here. So, Source, what do the signs that pile number 1 see mean? What do they mean, Source? What are the signs that pile number 1 is seeing mean? Thank you. Fix the mat here. What are the signs that pile number 1 is seeing mean? What do the signs mean, Source? What do the signs that pile number 1 sees? What do they mean? What do they mean, Source? Thank you. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We have the 5 of Cups in the reverse on the bottom here. To let go of people who don't have the best of interest for you. when the Five of Cups comes out in the reverse, this is people who are trying to gain energy or information from you because they're just nosy and they're like using it against you, right? They're using it against you. Yeah, because look at this. This is someone who you know has to go, right? Like, you know this situation has to fall apart, but you're in the process of manifesting something much bigger. This is healing. Right, we have the Two of Cups again here with Temperance coming out and learning how to balance out that energy, knowing that you don't have to live in a state of betrayal all the time. So this could be someone that's constantly around you, constantly in your energy, and you're trying to rise higher in vibration, right? We have the Two of Cups on the table here. Interesting, right? Two of Cups, the Two of Cups. So this could be a relationship. It does not have to be a romantic relationship. This could be a friendship, a family situationship. This could even be coworkers. It could be someone that you're networking with the Five of Cups here. What it's showing, though, is that you know this is falling apart. Yeah, and we have the Ace of Swords, the clarity here. This is falling apart. Like, you know there's not anything that can save this. No matter what you've tried in the past, it hasn't worked. You've tried to take action. You've tried to manifest some sense of stability with this. And, like, see how you're looking at the Five of Cups here? It's like no longer is it working. And so now your focus and your action is going towards healing the wounds, healing the unrest, healing the dis-ease, right, within the soul, where you're not at ease, where you are shook, or where you are worried, or where you are disconnected from yourself, learning how to blend the opposites. And I love that Temperance came out here because we're seeing a blending of opposites, right? Light and dark, red and green, red and blue, you know, whatever it is, it's like opposite energy here, right? So let's be the root and the crown chakra, the ability to blend the two so that you can manifest in alignment with your desires of your heart. And you're capable of doing it in a flawless manner. And then you have this energy here that's someone trying to be super nosy, wanting to know what's going on. And your signs and synchronicities are trying to just lead you away in a way that's peaceful and in a way that is conducive to your growth. Right? Ooh, yeah, we have the Nine of Wands, the Six of Wands reversed, and the World. This person wants you to keep starting over because they want you to believe in the material gain in the world. Okay, so if this is a business that you're trying to build, or if this is you going out and having like a side hustle or something like that, or you're just, maybe you're even in school for a different subject, right? Like if you want to be a lawyer, but your parents wanted you to be a doctor type situation, or shoot, they just wanted you to be a business person and you want to go for art, right? Like that's what I'm saying. It's like you're in school for an entirely different subject, or you're doing something what goes against the grain for their lives, this person's life, or these people's lives, their ideas, right? They want you to believe in the greed aspect, that if you don't see money, then it's not worth your time. And this has been a fear of yours for some time that's been coming in, is having to begin again. Like I've already started again and again and again here. And it's interesting because we do have, with this combination, we have 15, right? The 9 and the 6. This is 15, which is the Devil card, showing that this is an energy that you're meant to walk away from, right? This is an energy that you're meant to leave here. This is an energy that you're not meant to be entertaining anymore, including this person, right? Or this situation. You're not meant to be entertaining that anymore. But the unique thing about this is that it's not even just about leaving this situation. This is done. This is done for you. It's over with. Like you're completing a very, very powerful cycle in your life. Beginning anew. This is you walking through the gates of heaven into your reality here, in alignment with your soul, in alignment with your gifts, in alignment with your journey. And you're so protected here. And the thing is it's frustrating. You know, it's frustrating when someone has really convince themselves, not us, right? Even if they have worked hard to convince us of something, but when they've convinced themselves that it's their right to tell us how to live our lives, right? It's really sad because it's like, what are you missing? What are you missing in your own life that you feel like you're going to gain from telling me how to live mine? And all it is a sense of control. And control is an illusion, right? Power is an illusion. None of these things are real. The only thing that is real is love and authenticity. That's it. And that's what makes us powerful, right? That's what makes us have that energy of leadership and the ability to command presence in that sense. But a lot of people really believe that that's a thing. And just like money and the physical world, it's all an illusion that we're living in, that we have to see beyond the illusion and come into the reality of our own internal truth here. It's you're receiving a balanced and harmonious correspondence here between different plans. Like, so something new is about to happen. You're about to take an entirely different route for yourself where you're not even beginning again. You're just doing the same thing you've been doing and you're shifting perspective. And that's exactly where your signs and synchronicities are taking you. This is you completing the process and learning how to enjoy life, learning how to let life be the adventure for you. And so what do the signs and synchronicities mean on your journey? They really are about you learning how to love yourself again and to let go of the idea of, when we think about devil energy, that's very much connected with our emotional ego. It's not meant to scare anybody. It's not meant to be like, oh, there's demons in your life. That's not what that's saying. The devil energy is all about our temptations and the things that keep us off the path, right? It's like everybody's going towards a cliff and you're the only one that chooses to walk up the side of the mountain. It's not that everyone else doesn't have access to that. They absolutely do. It's just that not everyone chooses to go that way. Especially when the crowd is pushing them all towards this cliff that they're eventually going to fall off of, right? You've just chosen to take a different path. And that's what makes this person really upset. And it's something that they don't want you to focus on. Look, we have the Ace of Swords and the Two of Swords flip out together here. It's not something that they want you to focus on, but they do want you to see the clarity in the situation, that in letting go, you're going to have freedom from this situation and you're going to be able to see that the choices that you've made in your life as of current are better for you, okay? But that's what your signs mean. They mean that you're meant to there's like a shift. It just feels like a little shift, a little detour, a different path here. It's like you're doing the same thing. You don't have to begin again, which we see with the Nine of Wands. There's no beginning again here. There's literally just an alteration that's coming through. Look, we have the Ace of Wands on the bottom here. Exactly. This is something that you are getting new and passion for, inspired by. So it's like, hold on, what wants to peek out? The King of Cups and the Justice card. Yeah, this is something that's going to make you feel fulfilled. That's why they're having you shift. It's like you've been doing well. You've been doing wondrous things. You've come a long way, but you may have switched up what you were doing just to either appease a group of people, to appease these nosy people, these people who want, you know, like, okay, so it's like this. You have maybe a bar of soap. Maybe you're making soap. This is the example they're giving me, okay? You make soap. And your favorite soap is the Cosmic Love, and it smells like lavender. And what are good scents that go with lavender? I don't know. Like cedarwood, and it's just really beautiful, right? But everyone wants something that smells like pheromones that they have, because that's what attracts love. And so you started making some that smelled like pheromones, right? That are in the bottle and they are supposed to attract love for you. And you're like, yeah, it's fun, but it's not really what I want. I really want to make this lavender soap over here. But everybody wants this pheromone scented soap. And so you started making it and you started getting orders for it, and you're like, cool, I'm making money, but I'm not satisfied. And it's like everyone's telling you, yeah, but you're making money. And you're like, yeah, but I'm not satisfied. The whole purpose of me doing this was because it was something I enjoyed. And so now what you're doing is you're shifting your perspective over, and you're like, even if everybody wants this soap, it's not what I want to make. I want to make the lavender soap. And so you go back to making the lavender soap, and it may appear that people don't want it at first, but then after time, you're going to see that you're getting a lot more orders for the lavender soap than you ever could for the pheromone smelling soap. And you're going to be making way more money. You're going to be feeling happier. You're going to be feeling things like balancing out. That's what they're saying. You're on the path to a positive outcome here. Okay, ultimately. And that was just an example, please. That's not the real situation. It could be someone's situation, but that's the example they're giving me here to help clarify this. But there is truth coming through here where it's like you're just being asked to shift just a little bit here. Look, we have the 3 of coins over here. And to focus on people who want to see you succeed, right? This is about the people who want to be a part of your journey, who actually are cheering you on. You might be like, well, I don't have a lot of people in my corner. Yeah, but whatever services that you're offering are going to bring people to you who are in line with what it is that you want. But don't listen to the ones that are whispering in your ear. Right? The sweet nothings, they don't mean anything, because when things come crashing down or you reach a burnout, those people are quick to wipe their hands of you. It's the people who support you truly that are always there, whether you're having success or you're not having success. They want to see you win. Those are the people that you need to be focusing on right now, okay? You don't need to start over. There's someone here, or there's 3 people here that have that for you. Yeah. And this is the beginning, okay? This is just the beginning, it feels like. So the signs and synchronicities are helping you get to the starting point. This is like the starting line. And it's like beginning the race, even if you've been in the race for a long time, right? This is just you being true to yourself and feeling happy about it. And then you have the fish here, which is a sign of prosperity, right? But feeling good about it. And it's still like uncertain. Like there's kind of that excitement and that fear that's coming from the uncertainty, like, oh my gosh, like what happens if? And they're saying don't worry about the ifs, the whats, and the therefores. Just really worry about being fulfilled. Do you enjoy it? That's all that matters, right? You have sincere intentions here. Yeah, maybe you're a little shy about this part of yourself, but it is those first and unsure steps in this endeavor. And they're trying to get you and isn't it interesting, right? The King of Cups wanted to make an appearance over here. They're trying to get you from the Page of Cups to the King of Cups. It's not going to take very long for you here, right? It's not going to take very long at all. You're going to literally go from this place of like, I don't know what I want, to when you make this shift, like, wow, this is everything I ever wanted. And then you're going to be feeling so secure in yourself that you're going to be in this emotional place where it's like no one's going to be able to shake you. You're going to be like, no, like this is what I was meant to do all along. You know, and if it's occult-like things, you know, maybe it's giving wisdom. Maybe you were only giving wisdom on, I'm just going to say it, on twin flames, right? Maybe that's all you were focused on, but you didn't want to focus on twin flames. It was just the one thing that was popular, okay? And so now you're more concerned about the shadow self. Like, let's heal the shadow self, and let's not even focus on twin flames. Let's not focus on love, right? It could be love. It could be maybe you want to help people in relationships. Maybe you want to help save marriages, like counseling, right? Whatever it is, it's like there's just a little shift here to where it's like drawing you away from what you thought was receiving attention or receiving accolades, to coming into the place where you're going to be fulfilled and not feeling like you have to be dishonest with yourself. You're on the path to a positive outcome here. You're ending this cycle completely. You're no longer doing this to appease others. Like, you're just doing it for yourself. And ultimately, that's what we should do. But, you know, as humans, we struggle. We struggle with that greatly because sometimes we're so stuck in this people-pleasing energy that it takes time and time again for us to heal it. We're like peeling back the layers of the onion, right? Look, we have Uranus energy making an appearance here with radically changing. It's a small shift that makes a huge change in your life. That's what your signs mean. Your signs are asking you to change, to make this shift, right? So you can receive what's yours with yin energy here. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. We have Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces energy here. Okay, so you could have Taurus in the 12th house. You could have Scorpio in the 8th house. You could have Mercury in the 10th house, I'm seeing here. I don't know why that's coming out, but okay, cool. We're just going to go with it, whatever. Or the 10th house of Mercury, however you say it. I'm a little out of it today. We're going to hang with it. So, let's see exactly. Look, you're meant to do this. We have Elephant Leader flipped out. Right? Look, abundance. Like this, but this is like not just financial abundance. This is like feeling good about yourself. Feeling fresh, feeling what it is that you want to feel and no longer focusing on others. This is you leading by example. Feeling the truth come out. And we have sacrifice on the bottom with Bull, and this is like you letting go of the chaos. Right? Letting go of what everyone else thought or wanted you to do or was focused on you doing and coming back to a place of centered peace. Like they both have lightning. But one feels a whole lot better than the other. Right? One just feels more grounded and rooted than this one just feels like chaotic and oh my gosh, something outside of me is controlling the power. This is you within controlling your own internal power, your true potential. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get one of these. Whoa, healing. Yes, ancient healing wisdom with the shaman here. So you could be bringing healing to others. You could be a leader. Whatever this is, it's like you're switching from what was, and that's what I keep hearing. It's like whatever was popular. Whatever was popular. It's like the idea that, oh, I have to do what everybody else is doing. It was like following a trend. And Uranus is connected with Aquarius energy, and we have this shift of following a trend to making your own trend, right? Aquarians are the trendsetters, and so you're definitely changing your focus, yeah, with crystals and focus here. You're shifting. This is a shift. So that's what your signs and synchronicities are really pointing you towards. What they mean is to follow the shift. You already know how you want to shift things. This is like the green light for you. Okay, like don't be afraid to do what you're being asked. Look, 555, we have time to heal. We have ancient healing wisdom. This is a healing journey for you. This is something that's going to heal you greatly on your journey. This is going to let you let go of ever feeling like you have to listen to another person's guidance again when they don't actually know what it is that you're doing with your life. See the big picture with giraffe spirit on the bottom. And then this is number 11 in numerology, 2 and 9. So this is coming from source. Okay, this is a very spiritual number. This is growth as well. You have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands coming out here, which is again indicating source energy. 11 coming through here. Powerful healing energy. This is source wanting you to transcend this reality into a space of understanding that your spiritual journey is taking you exactly where you need to be. Do not fear about the material concerns of the world around you, but rather come into this place. My nose ring just popped out for some reason. Rather coming into this place of trusting the process. We have rain. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Again, confirmation. This is a time of spiritual growth. This is about you connecting with your third eye chakra. We have Yvonne on the bottom. You have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are being watched over by angels. So maybe you're trying to do something that's with pets. Okay? Maybe everybody's telling you, no, you don't know what it is. You don't know what's going here, how this is happening with pets. And you're like, no, this is how I want to do things. So maybe you're trying to open up a community center for pets or like a humane society that's a no-kill, you know. Could be anything. We have distant, so far away physically and emotionally, seeing if you can rekindle the passion again. and reaching you or trying to connect, but love eludes you. Stepping out of your comfort zone will help you. So this is interesting here because this is saying like you've been reaching for something based on someone else's idea or based on your beliefs of something from the past, right? This could just be your past self. And reaching out to it has not helped you at all. It's stayed away. And so here you are. See if you can rekindle the passion again. Is just coming back to yourself. It's very synchronistic to the reading. Let me get one of these out here. Let's see what we've got. Long term. A long term or an opportunity could turn into a long-term career move, or you will be asked to commit to a position in exchange for more money. Exactly. So this is going to be something that's long-term with you. Okay, this is something that's going to be there for forever. Wish come true. Your wish is being granted, but it may not come in the way you expected. No worries. It's just what you need. So the shift, that's the shift, right? All right, we're going to get a love oracle too, just in case this is in regards to love. So that way we're covering all our bases. Source, what else would you like to say? What are the signs and synchronicities? File number 1, seeing. What do they mean? Okay, you're getting 2. On the bottom, look, we have wedding rings and long-term, union, marriage, soul contract, or soul connection, everlasting love and devotion. So this could be someone coming in. We have the 2 rings here. We have the 2 rings here. So commitment could be coming in. To me, I do feel like this is just synchronistic, saying that your shift is making a long-term commitment on your journey, and that's a very powerful place to be at. Okay, let me see if I can get my ring back in. All right, there we go. It's one of those weird pigtail rings. It's just strange. I don't know why it came out. Shock, sudden change, radically change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, and transformation. Again, with the lightning. So it's interesting. It's almost like this shift is something that brings in such a huge impact. Like, it's almost like you weren't aware how much people needed you to be yourself. And we have talking, interested, awaiting messages, text, calls, email, and talking more. So there's definitely someone here who's interested in you if that's what you're looking for. And if not, they're just confirming that this change is sudden, right? You make a sudden change to something you've been doing. And then there's like this huge transformation that comes with it, which we see with the snake here. It's all about transformation. So let's take a look at your card. I'm going to read this from the book. Receiving. Yes, I love this message for you. Oh, this is so beautiful. We had that on the bottom. Receptivity, right? Okay, number 27. Receiving. Oh, I love this energy. All right. Can you see that? Okay, we've got you are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness. This makes so much sense. And you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there's not enough coming back in. It is time to bring something back in for you to receive and be received. You're being offered a chance for restoration now, to feel nourished, cared for, and loved. Accept it. You deserve it. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame you feel for having needs in the first place. It will also help you overcome any struggle that you have receiving and accepting so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. In this space, there is joyful communion between you and life. Energy flows more freely and magic happens. When you demur, saying you cannot accept that it is too great a gift, or that you are not worthy, or are impeding the flow, you are impeding the flow. You are inhibiting the communion, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with the false modesty and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it. Soak it up. All of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. From that place of nourishment, you will more effortlessly create, live, and love with greater energy and thriving, pulsing passion. We talked about it. This is something, a passion that's coming through. The earth rests each night so that it can greet the sun again each morning with the spectacular living art of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You'll return and be more efficient and effective. Rest now, play now, work later. Forget your worries for a while, switch off, do something else, let it all go, and it will all flow. So you may have been brought to this place of feeling like you need to turn off for a little bit in order to receive this energy. And so your signs and synchronicities are leading you to sacred rest right now so that you can really make this decision carefully, but knowing that it's the right move for you at this time. Okay? I absolutely love this reading. This is what I see for you here. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little diamond emoji down below and say, I allow myself to rest in sacred energy to receive the blessings that are mine. Let Source know you're ready to receive this. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guide, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of yellow jasper, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what do the signs you're seeing mean. First thing, I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we are all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space for you to come as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel down below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links necessary below in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading. I'll get you out further information from there. You may also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio. And if you're interested in being a member of the channel, there's a join button down below where the subscribe button is or used to be. And when you click on that, it will show you the 3 levels I have available as well as the options that come with each level. So I do hope to see you there. And if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. So with that being said, let's hop to it and find out. What do the signs that pile number 2C mean, Source? Would you like to tell us about the signs that pile number 2 is seeing? What do they mean, Source? What do the signs that pile number 2 is seeing? What do they mean, Source? Right, so we've got the 11th house, Capricorn, and Mars energy coming in here to take action towards something online. It feels like you're being led to do something different. Now, with 11th house, this can mean in a group of friends, in a group of people, a community, but it does also talk about online, a platform. Maybe you've been thinking about starting some sort of platform to get yourself out there. And with Mars, it is all about that aggressive action, right? Like taking that action. So the signs are leading you to take action on something that has to do with a community. Okay, a community that you connect with, a community that you would like to connect with. And it's all about you being able to work hard and stay consistent and to just slowly get towards your goal here. It's like whatever your mindset has been towards. So this could be even maybe you're trying to help a company that you work for and you're like, we need to get on social media, or we need to have a website, or we need to build, like a TikTok so that we can connect with a new group of people. Or maybe you're trying to connect with a new group of people, whatever it is, though it does feel like it is revolving around technology. Okay, you could just be an IT person trying to expand your knowledge here, and that's what they're saying. Like, this is what it's leading you towards, is to gain more knowledge, to gain more insight, to connect with like-minded people here, and then to consistently work hard towards that. And the biggest thing here that's coming through for me, pile 2, is that you have a tendency to have barriers up around your heart and not being able to receive, while also there could be a sense of wanting to control the outcome of everything that you touch. And they're saying that while it's okay for you to take action here, don't get so caught up on the outcome, but rather focus on the day-to-days. Those mundane tasks, as meaningless as they may feel, are actually the things that are going to bring a lot of success for you here. Consistency and preparation equals success, right? That's not any other formula here that's going to work for you, but they do want you to get your ideas out. Now, if you're like, well, it has nothing to do with technology, this could just mean about getting your new ideas out to your boss or to your team. When we say community, people who are around you, that could mean coworkers, that could mean, colleagues, that could mean whatever it is, the people that you work closest to, or even family and friends. But it does show here to take action and getting those ideas, those thoughts, those concerns out to them. Okay, you're the only one that can take action, and we see this. It's like you have to take action here. You have to say it. You have to do it. No one else is going to do this for you, because no one else is tapped in or wired into your brain or your thoughts the way that you are. So let's get some tarot on it here and see what the tarot says about these signs that you're seeing. So source, the signs that pile number 2 is seeing, what do they mean? The signs that pile number 2 is seeing, what do they mean? What can you tell us about it? The signs that pile number 2 is seeing, what do they mean? Yeah, a lot of anxieties, feeling like lost in translation here, or feeling like if you can't control the outcome just by showing up and doing, XYZ, that it's almost pointless to do it. And they're saying that's not at all the truth, that there's going to be some stagnancy along the way, because it's teaching you, Capricorn energy is connected to Saturn, and Saturn is a planet of tough love, teaching us valuable lessons about patience and persistence, so that we can truly appreciate that which we manifest. And that's what it feels like here, is there is a lesson coming through. Your signs and your synchronicities are trying to tell you that you're going to be being taught patience through this, while also being humbled by the experience, but in a very profound way that's going to allow you to grow more than you could have ever imagined before. Okay, so source, what do the signs that pile number 2 is seeing mean? Thank you. What do the signs that pile number 2 is seeing mean? Okay. So what do the signs that pile number 2 sees? What do they mean? Okay, thank you. Now we have the 2 of Cups on the bottom. Something you love. This is someone. It could be someone that you love. That's what I'm saying. Like, community is playing a part here. So this could mean someone that you love, someone that you haven't told them that you care about in that way. They're saying to go ahead and share that. Not feeling like you have to give in to peer pressure here, right? Like, you don't have to do what everyone else is telling you to do. Like, it feels like they're trying to make you walk away from, yeah, look, we have the Lover here, make you walk away from a situation. I did get the sense of like romantic frustration, or feeling like disconnected in a romantic sense here. But you've outgrown asking advice to those in your peer group. So this is something that you're going to have to make a decision on with the lovers here, or the lover. It's like you're going to have to decide which way you want to go. Do you want to go towards what everyone else is telling you, or do you want to go through what it is that you've gone through before? Or are you going to make a new inspired decision here and take action the way that works best for you? Yeah, there's going to be a good outcome here, okay? It's a lot of positive energy here. There's going to be a good outcome. But right now, it's like dealing with the internal turmoil of your subconscious mind over your emotional ego. And this is that plumbing out of what's no longer serving us on a subconscious level. So it's like what we are not aware of, we're becoming aware of. Our thoughts, our feelings, our actions. So this could have been needing or wanting a title in your life and realizing that you actually don't want or need that title, that you're okay being by yourself, or realizing that there's someone that you really do love and like, but that you've expected them to come forward and tell you, and you're realizing now that it's like, that's not going to work for me. Like, I have to say something now. And if I don't, that I could lose my opportunity to do so. So the signs and synchronicities are leading you to take action here. It's only you. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, in the House of God. This is going to be a lot of change for you. This is something that is way different than how you've shown up before. But it's good kind of growth. With the 7 of Wands here, it's like we see something that you have taken action towards time and time again that hasn't panned out, but you still come at it the same way. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's some sense of control in this. Like, I have to control how everything goes. But there's almost like this sense of saying, like, you have to do the opposite of what it is that you've done before. Okay, and this is very emotional sense. With the Moon and the 2 of Cups here, we see this very emotional sense. Now, the House of God can relate to very sexual, frustrating problems. It can also relate to romantic problems in the sense of, when you look at this, you have the staff coming down, and the tower can represent the gateway, okay? And if you're not sure what that means, then that's not for you, okay? So we're just saying here, it's like sources coming in and helping you to reevaluate the way that you were showing up from the emotional ego, and coming through and showing up from a place of the soul and the spirit, and being aligned to what it is that you want. You've asked for something. Okay, you've asked for something in regards to a group of people or another person. Like, I definitely am getting multiple energies here. I don't feel like it's like you've asked for multiple wives or husbands. That's not what it is. But it's just like multiple energies here. So it's going to be different for a lot of people, right? Because some people here are not looking for a romantic connection. They just want a friend, or they want their soul tribe. So this could be in regards to your soul tribe, right? And so asking for the soul tribe here, and this is like you letting go of, right? Breaking through. It's like you're going to have to come back to this place. That's why I'm saying, like, feeling humbled, coming back to this place of simplicity and modesty. It's like something that maybe was really extravagant for you or over the top, and you're letting that go, and you're saying, no, like, I am just coming back to what's easy and simple for me, and I'm going to let this be where I shine. And that's not always easy, because this has to do with the deep emotional well-being of yourself. But you're finding a hidden treasure within, and your hidden strengths, right? You've also had a problem in the past of connecting with your past issues, right? Like being stuck on the past, being stuck in the struggle of the past. And it's like the obstinacy and the endurance that you have gained from that, but it's been keeping you in a conflict, in a situation that just hasn't grown. And there's been a lot of combat that's come from that, and a very uncertain outcome. And so we see that maybe before you were blaming others for where it was. Oh, it's not my problem. It's where they're coming from. It's what they're doing. It's how they're showing up. And what the signs are sending you towards and what they mean is to look into yourself and how you've been showing up for yourself, right? Because the Two of Cups is the duality of being able to see the light and dark within ourselves emotionally. Like, oh, I thrive here, but I don't here. And then really leaning into that, understanding that this is your emotional ego has been keeping you in this constant conflict and struggle of getting stuck in situations that are just on repeat. And the signs are trying to lead you to internally heal. And through internal healing, you're actually going to gain some inner understanding here that's going to allow you to connect with so many people on a different level. And it's going to skyrocket you into a much better place, into a much better energy as well. But I feel like it's been difficult. Like I said, that control keeps coming through here. And it's not that you're a controlling person, okay? What happens sometimes on this journey after being hurt time and time again is that we're so tired of getting hurt that we're like, nope, I'm going to control every little aspect. And if they don't meet my expectation, then I'm cutting them out. I'm cutting them out. They don't deserve my energy. If they don't meet every little expectation that I have, then they're going to wish that they hadn't done that. Do you see? It's like this resentment that's coming from past situations that's playing a part here. But it can turn against itself. It can create a lot of difficult situations, and I feel like that comes from, that's what the peer pressure is here with the Four of Swords in the reverse. It's from the dynamic that was left after broken heart and broken heart. But we see here with the Two of Swords that you've outgrown this. It's like not serving you anymore. 14:41 on the clock. It's just not serving you anymore. And so you're about to come into this place of making a decision for yourself, and that's mostly our signs that we're seeing are helping lead us to decisions that serve us, right? Letting go of emotional ego, letting go of old self-serving beliefs, letting go of, toxic patterns that we ourselves have been carrying. And sometimes it's hard for us to see that because we want to believe that we're the victim and that we're the ones that were hurt. And so we're the ones that deserve to be lifted up onto some pedestal. But that's the emotional ego coming through and reminding us that we are in a place of lack and poverty. And so here you see that you're trying to really be led towards abundance and letting go of the conflict with others by letting go of the conflict within your soul, within your own heart. Okay? And that's just from being brokenhearted. It's not diminishing what you went through. It's acknowledging that what you experienced was very difficult. Look, we have the World coming out here. But through that difficulty, you've learned to become a much more centered person, and you are more resilient and strong than you first started. And you're capable of dealing with things in a much more mature way. And it's like, even though it's almost like everything is falling apart to fall into place. That's what this feels like. So the signs are leading you towards this knowing that things might fall apart and it might be turbulent for a minute, but it's all falling into place. There's this huge transformation that's happening here. You're letting go of what was once holding you back, right? So you can grow. Yeah, and the Two of Cups again here. So it could very well, so you could open your heart to love. But it's like letting go of what once was. So if there's like some belief, what's peeking out? Yeah, taking a risk here. This really feels like holding on to a belief that has been very difficult for you to let go of. Something that has been keeping you in a place of like, I can't change the way that I think about things. I can't do something different because if I do something different, there's a fear that goes along with that, right? But with the Seven of Wands here, you see the struggle. You see this constant conflict. In the reverse here, it's this constant conflict, this constant upheaval. And if it was in the upright, you see the success. Well, you've had success in the past, but you haven't had the success in the past. And so the signs are leading you towards letting this cycle go for good. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of turbulence in the way. And there's no getting away from the turbulence. But remember that in order for us to see the blessing, the rainbow at the end of the storm, we have to go through it. We can't go around this storm, okay? And this is something that's been really making you worry. Like, this is something that's been having you put in anxiety. We have the 8 of Wands coming out on the 7 of Wands. So you have the struggle here that's leading right up into anxiety, but also the 8 of Wands as well as the 8 of Swords. They denote controlling a situation that we had no business trying to control in the first place, because there's nothing that we could have done to control it, right? And that all comes from past trauma. That's not something that you might, like, honestly, it's not a conscious thing. You're becoming aware of it, right? This is the subconscious is now coming to light for you here. So you may not have understood or known that you were actually trying to take control of these things in very small, nuanced ways, and now it's coming to light for you so that you can let go of this all at the same time. You're going to have an egoic death here, which is the turbulence, but through that you're going to grow exponentially, right? You're going to grow exponentially here. Yeah, looking at yourself, you have a choice. You get to make a choice here. You can choose to stay in this old energy, or you can choose to embrace a new journey. And ultimately, it will change for person to person. You know, it's like not everybody's on the same journey. Not everybody's ready to receive that healing. And that doesn't make it wrong. You know, we have to come away from this. Well, if you're not healing, you're doing something wrong. No, like, if somebody chooses to stay in that energy, then that's fine, right? That's fine. It's exactly that. It's like you have a choice here, and every choice that you take offers benefits. So if you choose to stay in the old controlling energy that you have, and now being aware of it, you're going to gain benefits from that. Well, they might not be really great benefits, but they're going to be benefits in this form of healing, right? And if you choose to heal and let go, then you're going to be receiving the benefits of having walked through the storm, but at the same time, still having to go through the turbulent energy. It's like there's no getting away from that right now, okay? But your signs are trying to show you that it is with purpose, and it's with powerful purpose here, that you're going to have an opportunity to really relinquish that control and that anxiety that's been coming up in your life for, it feels like, for a long time. Like maybe since you were 7, 8, 9, up to 14. On the bottom we have fixed. Yeah, stubborn signs. The fixed signs are the stubborn signs. Okay, we have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius energy with stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. It's like this is something that you've been like, well, but I've been loyal to that part of myself for so long, right? But it's you're not changing yourself, you're just changing your perspective on something. And sometimes that can be the scariest thing of all, because it's letting go of a castle we built on sand foundations, right? Being kind to yourself is so important at this time. Like, if you are aware of it and you feel like you messed up, being kind and compassionate to yourself right now is going to benefit you so much more than if you were unkind to yourself. Yeah, childhood. This has been something that's been around since childhood. This is also helping you come back to an innocent state of being within yourself, shining the light on your internal child here, the one that wants to come back out. And so there is going to be movement. Whatever you choose, just know there is going to be movement, and the signs are going to show you that. So it's ultimately up to you. You know, no one can make you do what you don't want to do, but that doesn't mean that we relieve ourselves from our journey just because we don't make a choice. Or if we choose to stay at a standstill, we're still making a choice, and that choice still has consequences, if you will. Use your mind wisely with 47 coming through here, which is 11. This is an opportunity for you to grow very spiritually, to let go of the past and come into a very sound, mental, stable future while you can still maintain this place of peace. We have number 22 on the bottom with truth transcends illusion. Yeah, and this is what I feel like. This is what I'm saying. Like, even if you stay in this energy, Like, there is no stopping the truth from coming out. Like, the truth will set you free. And we all struggle with that. Like, it's sometimes we're ready to heal. Like, sometimes we're ready to jump in feet first. Like, yes, this is the healing I've been waiting for. And other times we're like, no, like, I think I'll hold on to this one for a little bit longer. Like, just a little bit longer. You okay, Zoe? You okay? It's all right, baby. She's just coughing. She has an appointment. A checkup. She's got to get a checkup this next month. So don't feel bad if you're not like ready to jump in feet first. But look, we do have victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So like, you're on a path to a positive outcome. Like, that's exactly the energy that's coming in here. You're doing what you need to do. So don't feel like you're obligated to make a huge change here. And they just want you to know that we're trying to help reconnect you with your inner child here while closing out a cycle. We have Adriana here. I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, your thoughts, and your dreams. So the communication is clear. Like, they definitely are trying to lead you away from something. Okay, let's get one of these out. May I please have one of these? Thank you. Honest work. It's okay to have a job that's not very glamorous. Get some experience to help you move up in the future. Success is a process, not a quick fix. Isn't that what I said earlier? What is it? Consistency plus preparation equals success. Like, this is something that Saturn, we're learning patience. We're learning hard work. Like, they're making it very clear here. There's something that you're learning that's going to take time. Okay? Authority. Clashes with the boss or a challenge to your power of will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful solutions if you can. So again, there's something here that's challenging you, right? Of course, if that has to do with our need to be in control that we're not consciously aware of, okay? Because that's, every human deals with this, all right? This is not just something that you're dealing with. It's like something that I feel like everybody deals with at some point on their journey. So this is saying it's just a clash that's going on internally between your emotional ego and your spirit, which we can see here with the moon and the house of God coming out together, is this clash between our deeper wants and what your heart is desiring versus what our mind is telling us that we want. So on the bottom, we do have Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation and struck by love. Okay, so for those of you that want a relationship, love is coming. But this is kind of giving me that, okay, so this is a trigger. Okay, I just want to point that out. This is a trigger, but they're giving me this as an example. If you feel like you're on the twin flame journey, okay, and you're like, I have to be with my twin flame no matter what. It has to be them. It has to be them. It can't be anybody else. That's a control. You're trying to control the outcome. You're saying, I cannot have anybody else. Even if there's someone out there that source is designated for you in this lifetime. And you could be saying, well, that's not what other twin flames are saying. Look, I am just saying only a fool thinks they know it all. This just really feels like source asking you to be open to the possibilities. Not being so stuck on, it's my way or the highway. It has to be this or nothing at all. Because when you get in that, you could actually let yourself miss out on some of the greatest opportunities in your life. Even friendships, right? You might be like, friendship's different than love. Yeah, but if it's a potential for a loving partnership, you might walk away from it because of that fear that, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get my twin flame who I think it is. Right? Again, this idea of community here. Look, we have crumbling, flipping out. What you've built feels like it's falling apart. It's okay to have this. You have the strength to build a new. And didn't I say that earlier? A castle that's built on sand, and we have crumbling coming out here. Right? Like, something is falling apart here, and it's scary because it's something that you have identified with greatly, deeply, and maybe not even realized you are identifying with it so much. Right? The rabbit hole. Crazy drama makes for wild adventures, but not peace. How far are you willing to go? Love And if this has to do with love and anything, fulfillment, anything like that, it's not meant to be filled with these crazy dramatic adventures. Like, it's challenges, sure. Challenges keep us working towards a better version of ourselves. But if it's this crazy up and down where you're constantly dealing with toxicity and then love bombing and all these things, you know, it's like being gaslit and all that. That's not what this journey is about at all. And if that's what you're dealing with, then we have to really stop and take a step back and say, is this what I want? Or is this what I feel like I want? Or is this what my ego is telling me that I want? That's where real growth comes from, right? It's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that your signs are asking you to be open to the possibility of something different, something new. Libra, consideration, fairness, and harmony. Can you consider something new? We're trying to bring balance back into your life. Harmony and balance. This is something that's been around for generations. This is a generational curse that you're letting go of, right? You don't have to live the same way as everyone else. That peer pressure energy that was coming through right here. This could be family, it could be friends, but it's like you're on a different journey than everyone else, and that's okay. When you accept that, then you get to experience the truth of what can come for you. You have to let go of that need of control. It just keeps coming through, the need to control. Okay, and again, it might be something that you're completely unaware of. And it's like when it comes into awareness, being ready to let it go will help you so greatly. Self-indulgence, self-worth and value, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. That all goes hand in hand with healing your shadow, the shadow side. The shadow wounds come from our emotional traumas, our childhood traumas, the things that are falling apart. This is that shadow work, right? Giving yourself that love and compassion and kindness that we saw here. That kindness, and look, I pulled that up, and underneath that we have cycles with hair. And then soul and butterfly here. It's like letting go of the cycle so you can step into your soul, your purpose, your light. Okay? Look, and they made me, I don't know, when I picked that up, I moved fixed. And we have conjunction, a union, a merging, a coming together, opposition, imbalance, a point of tension and a power struggle, and mutable with surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Right? So we have this power struggle. We're being asked to surrender it. And again, pointing towards this could very well be a connection that you're stubbornly holding on to for the sake of some sort of title or label or idea. And look, underneath that, we have square. This is a challenge. This is a mountain to climb. This is not something that's going to come tomorrow. This is something that's going to take time and effort and consistency for you to show up towards. So let's take a look at your Sacred Rebel Oracle card, Against the Grain. I'm done. Didn't I say that? Like, you're on a different journey than everyone else. So it's like if you're taking advice and everyone's like, well, this is how it is for everyone, I'm just going to point out for you, Pile 2, it's going to be completely different for you because there's some kind of purpose, 3113, there's some kind of purpose for you to be in a different place and a different journey. There's something to that, okay? So let's see what this is for you. All right, number 4. It's interesting because 13, and now it's 3131. I looked back at the clock. Okay, so 444 is a very powerful number for you, okay? This says, you want the birds to be able to fly underwater. You want love to trump power. You want humanity to relate to each other as equals and to recognize the sacredness in you and in the world around you. You want to unleash the beauty that hides in even the ugliest of scenes or sentiments. You want to make possible what others say cannot be. You are a radical dreamer, a sacred rebel, and you bring the light of a more positive future to this world. However, this can have its burdens. Deep within you, you may feel that you don't really fit in with the rest of the world. Perhaps your sense of how things can be and how they really are is so different to smaller minds and more fearful hearts of many others that you are rarely received for all that you offer. And that's where that control comes from, is feeling like an outcast, right? So again, it does feel like this is something subconscious coming to light here for you to help you understand an even deeper sense of your soul. Okay? This might make you feel frustrated, thwarted, or lonely at times. The universe so loves you for your unusual take on things, for the quirkiness in you that dares to honor that which is different and renders the impossible possible. You must never ever lose your unusual ways and become dry, serious, appropriate, and conventional, not even for appearance's sake, for you would lose your essence. You are here to show that life is about so much more than conventional success. This oracle comes with a special message for you. You are someone who lives and breathes in the depths of creative waters, and you need to lose yourself in the flow of music, nature, dreams, imagination, and fantasy through art and literature, meditation, dance, and in sensual surrender to the sacred waters of the ocean, the river, the lake, or the bathtub. You must go against the grain. It is just your way. You were not one of the followers, but one of the agitators. However, yours is not a force of disrespectful chaos. You are a loving catalyst, and by simply being yourself, you constantly remind people that there is always another way. This oracle comes with a particular guidance that you are meant to be exactly as you are. You are meant to be the black sheep, the rainbow sheep, or even the wild wolf in the flock of sheep. The daring butterfly spirit calling to the caterpillars, that is you. The price you pay for the gift of individuality is that you must take care of it and guard it so that you are not dulled down and conditioned into playing at being something you are not. If this has happened or is threatening to happen, this oracle brings you comfort. You will always dream of birds that fly underwater. You know that the true nature of your being can never be changed. At most, it can only be hidden for a time. Now is the time to accept who you are and allow your truths to be freely expressed. Don't worry about the effects of going against the grain. When we are who we are in truth, we attract the support, protection, and energy that we need to thrive. Your power comes from aligning your outward self with your inner truth and not the general consensus. You will then find other dreamers, other wild butterflies, and atypically colored sheep to join you in conquering better visions for our world. And that's what I was saying. Like, it's like there's something here where it's like you want to be in control of, and it's a sense of fitting in. And they're saying to let go and go against the grain here. Be a part of the flock that flies underwater. That's you. Open to the possibilities. There's something here that's falling away. You have the strength to be yourself and to let yourself shine in this world. Even if it's not what everyone thinks you should be, you were never born to fit in like that anyways. And that's what makes you so amazing. So this is what your signs are showing you. If you feel like this is your reading, is there a castle emoji? If not, leave a castle or a sand emoji down below and say, I allow the waters of my dreams to carry away that which is not meant for me so that I can be reborn again. Leave me a thumbs up down below. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful bloodstone, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what do the signs that you're seeing mean. First, I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I really appreciate you being here and being a part of this incredible tribe. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we are all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it allows me that opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box. In order to do so, you may email me for a personal reading. I'll get you out further information. You can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio. If you're interested in being a member, there's a join button down below where the subscribe button is or used to be. And when you click on that, it will show you the 3 levels I have available, as well as the options that come with each level. So I do hope to see you over there. And if not, thank you for your continued support here. I'm trying to get this open to where the sun is not like glaring in, but still bright. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Let's hop into it and find out, what do the signs at pile number 3 see? What do they mean, Source? What do the signs that pile number 3 sees? What do they mean? What would you like to tell us today, Source, about the signs that pile number 3 is seeing? How can you help us understand what they mean? Okay, so we've got the 7th house Libra energy and Pluto. Interesting. We've got 7th house in Libra, so you could be a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You could have Libra in the 7th house, Pluto in the 7th house, or a lot of Libra placements. Libra and Venus. Okay. Also hearing Mercury in Libra, so yeah, I don't know why that's coming through, but we're just going to go with it. This is about your intimate relationships, your profound relationships, your connections. There's like a huge transformation that's coming when it comes to the people that you invite into your life. Right? It's like maybe you've struggled a lot in the past. Like there's been a lot of control. There's been a lot of restlessness. There's been a lot of jealousy or intimidation that's happened here, and when it comes to your relationships in the past. And I do see here where you're going from a place and a mindset of being superficial and gullible and listening to the things that people are painting, a picture that they're painting, and now paying attention to their actions. But you're actually looking at how this person is showing up for you. It's like, if they're showing up, then great. I'll give you my energy. I will give you as much as you give me. But if people are showing up just to gain your access to your energy, but then they're also what they call the breadcrumbing, you know, it's like you're in, you're out, you're hot, you're cold. You're yes, then you're no. You're in, then you're out. Right? Like, okay, Katy Perry said it best, right? Like, these are people who cannot make up their mind on whether or not they actually want to give you the time and energy that is required, because you're asking them to step up to another level within themselves that they might not be ready to or able to. And so people that are playing hot and cold or breadcrumbing you, you're actually letting them go. And it's without hostilities or, you know, without resentment. It's just saying, look, I am not in a place right now where I'm wanting someone to come in and come out of my life. You either show me that you're willing to put in the effort, or we just go ahead and call it quits right now, because I'm not going to continue to give you energy if I don't hear from you from weeks at a time. I'm not going to continue to give you energy if you're here 1 second and you're consistent for like a week or two and then you bounce out. Like, that's not something that I'm interested in, and your actions have been speaking pretty loudly. And I'm going to go ahead and make a decision based on that. And this is balancing out your energy in a very good way. Okay, it's like, again, there's no resentment here. This is like you letting go of how you were thinking about relationships from the past. Like, I feel like maybe a lot of people just gave you really pretty words and sweet nothings, and you found out along the way that unfortunately sweet nothings really were sweet nothings. They meant nothing. You can paint a beautiful picture, but if your actions don't drive us towards that, then what's the point? What is the purpose? And so whereas it's a very logical place, that's why Libra and Mercury was coming. Okay, so where it's a very logical place to come from, it's also a very balanced place to come from, where you're no longer feeling bound by people saying things to you and feeling guilty for letting them go. Like, did I give up a good opportunity? You know, they said some really great things to me, but rather coming from this place, yeah, they said some great things. I could say some great things to someone too and make them believe whatever I want. But if I don't show up, they're not going to trust me. And so I'm not going to trust someone who's not showing up. No matter how beautiful of a picture they paint, you're basing this on their actions. And this goes with friends, family, lovers, you know, whatever it is, even coworkers. Like, you're beginning to hold people to their word. And if they can't hold themselves to their word, then you're just not having anything to do with them. And that's a very balanced state to come from. And so the signs and the synchronicities are pointing you towards this huge transformation in the types of people that you're going to be allowing into your life. Like, you're going to be allowing the people in your life that are meant to be there. These are people who want to be in your life, not people who are just trying to play a role because you're a main character. You know what I mean? Like, you've got a lot of popularity, you've got a lot of bright energy, you're the sun incarnate, and it's like everybody wants a piece of it, but not everybody's willing to step up to that level. You know, only the sun can do what the sun does. And it gives life to everybody else, right? And so this is Source saying that we're bringing you other people who are like you, suns, people who give life to other people. And these are people who are going to give you life, and you're going to give them life, and you together are going to thrive. But let's get some more on it and see what else comes out. So Source, what do the signs that pile number 3 are seeing, what do they mean? What do the signs that pile number 3 see mean? Yeah, a lack of commitment from it's like an opposition here. It's like something that was difficult and harsh is coming, and there's a lot of potential and reward and good luck coming from it. So no longer feeling uncertain about the decisions that you're making, but feeling very certain about the steps that you're taking here, and knowing that you're doing it for a better version of yourself in the long run, so that you're not just stuck in a situation where you're giving and giving and giving and giving and not getting anything in return. So Source, what do the signs that pile number 3 is seeing mean? And I feel like this is like an applaud from your guides and from Source. Like, they're applauding you and cheering you on because you've changed so much. Like, if you look at yourself from as today, as you are right now from this reading, okay? If you look at yourself as you watch this reading compared to even just last year, you're different. You're doing things differently. Like, you're not swayed by someone calling you gorgeous or beautiful or handsome or good looking. Like, you're just like, okay, that's nice. Like, I know that already. Like, that's fantastic, you know? You're also not swayed by someone who's like, oh, I'm going to give you the life of your dreams, because you know that you're creating the life of your dreams. So why on earth would you ever expect someone to show up and give that to you? Okay, we have family coming in here. Maybe people who are painting this picture of like, I'm going to give you the family that you want. You know? Yeah. Love and family. This is so interesting because we have family members here who are very much not balanced to be in your energy, and they want you to have this equal give and take with them, but they're not willing to give to you. So this could be a spouse, this could be your boyfriend, girlfriend, this could be a family like mom, dad, brother, sister, this could be auntie, uncle, grandparents energy, it could be cousins, okay, someone that's a friend that you consider like family, but the perspective that you have on them is changing. You're in this balance of 2 of Cups. Like, you know when someone is giving to you, when someone isn't giving to you. And you're seeing that you were your own worst enemy in a situation where you were thinking that if I give and give and give, they're eventually going to give back to me. And you're realizing that I've done so much for this person. I have shown up emotionally for them, mentally for them. I have been a rock in their life, and every time that I am struggling, or every time that I'm having a bad day, or every time that I have something that I need someone to talk with, they just disappear. They can't be there for you emotionally. We see this is a very emotional state here with the Cups coming in, right? And the reason that they can't come in is because they only want you to take care of them. And they may not see it that way, right? They may not see it that way, or they may see it very transactionally, which it's difficult because love is a transaction, yes. But it feels like this person or these people have given you something and they feel like that is enough for them to get treated how they expect you to treat them, while they can treat you however they want to. Well, it doesn't matter if these people bought you the mall and the moon. That does not give anybody the right to treat you disrespectfully, nor does that give you the obligation, I should say, that does not give you the obligation to sit there and take that. Because at the end of the day, we cannot change the way that a person's going to show up, right? We can't. That's not something we can do. They're going to show up however they're going to show up. What we can change is whether or not we stick around for it or we leave, because we respect ourselves so much. And so we're seeing here a shift in your perspective when it comes to how you divvy out your love and your grace and your kindness too. You know, like, no matter what, I suggest always be kind. No matter what a person says, whatever they do, however they act, always be kind. But never let your kindness turn into niceness and become a doormat, right? You're not a doormat. You can walk away and still be kind. So we've got the 5 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, ooh, we've got the 5 of Coins. Yeah, definitely an uncomfortable change here. So your signs are pointing you towards this where you've lost a sense of your balance and who you are. You were giving so much, or you were doing something for someone and you kept doing it over and over again, and it made you feel like you lost who you were. You didn't recognize the person in the mirror anymore. Okay? And with the 5 of Coins here, we see this big change. You know, the 5 of Coins is interesting because kind of in the reverse and in the upright, it means the same thing, basically. It's just a sudden change. It's just a big change on the horizon. Something is shifting. But isn't this interesting? You go from running in the middle of their problems here to actually isolating yourself in a place of solitude and letting them figure it out on their own. And that's what your signs are. I feel like your signs are more or less pointing towards the fact that your guides are applauding you for listening to your intuition here, for recognizing that you can change the way that you show up. You see this, like his wand is out in the open. And for a long time, your hurts and your pains and your sorrows were out in the open with this person. And they were trying to use that against you, right? And now you're recognizing, if you hold it closer to your being, like he's holding the coin. Let me see if you can see this. See how he's holding the coin close to his belt here? Being sure of yourself and holding what's yours close to you allows you to appear more stable within and more stable in the realm, and you're actually manifesting something even faster than you thought. But you're not sharing your emotions. You're keeping your emotions covered here. You're leaving your intelligence even on the ground, like on the table. Like it's like outside of logic, right? This is outside of logic. Even though we did talk about this is a very logical way of seeing things, you're letting your emotions stay out of it, while at the same time you're putting your logic on the table too. It's like all my cards are on the table, and you're taking action based on how they're showing up in the physical realm. It's not anything besides that. And you're realizing that you're manifesting something new, but this is still something that you're unsure of. And I do feel like there's a sense of obligation here. I'm obligated to do this for this person, or I'm obligated to show up like this for this person. And Source is showing you here through your signs that no, you're not obligated, because this person is going to continue to try to keep you in an imbalanced state of action. Like they don't want you to take action towards what you desire. You're already doing it here with the Magician. We see that. We see you moving towards what you want, right? But there's also this sense of blocking yourself off from this person and from feeling like they have put me in a place where I have no other choice. You do have choices here. The choices are, though, to draw back emotionally so that you can see the whole picture. And I feel like that's exactly what your signs are leading you towards, is where you're actually going to be drawing back to yourself and allowing yourself to experience that change and no longer fighting. It's like, even if this person's trying to, or these people, it could be multiple people, even if they're trying to pick a fight with you, like you're just going to be like, I just am not with this. Like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I don't want to put in the energy and the effort to this because it makes no sense. You're asking me to give you energy in a way that I'm not willing to give you energy anymore. And you have the right to do that, right? You have the right to say no. And that's the beautiful thing here. It's like kindness shows that I'm still going to be loving towards you, right? While at the same time, if you get out of control or if you get out of hand, I know that it's not a personal plight, even though you're trying to make it personal. I'm just going to, kindness then allows me to be kind to myself and remove myself from the situation instead of arguing. And I feel like that's what your signs are leading you towards. Like, if this person continues to try to pick fight with you, it's time for you to leave. Like, we have the 10 of coins coming out on top of the 5 of coins. This is something that's going to bring a big sense of abundance into your life. This is you being comfortable as you are. You know, and the hangman coming out over here is showing the hangman. I love his energy because he's comfortable in his own skin. Like, he's cool with being weird. Like, he's cool with being different. And he's fine not doing what everyone else does. Like, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to learn about the world from his own way, and he ends up seeing it through eyes of purity because he's willing to do something different than what most people would. It's like most people are just happy living in the illusion, but you're not, and they're not, and you're learning how to step beyond what it was. And so like that, like, look, your carousel ride is running off of the carousel. Like, you're no longer on the ride, on the merry-go-round here, no longer going around and around and around and around. I'm going to go ahead and take this off on my own journey. And so what's happening here is I feel like your signs are leading you to letting go of someone or a group of people that seemed very, very, very important, like you should keep around in your life. Yeah, the anxiety of keeping them around has been real, right? With the 8 of Wands here. And now you're opening up to being honest with yourself. And through being honest with yourself, you're seeing that I don't have to relive this karmic cycle again and again and again. Look, we have the family card on the bottom of the deck. They're being very, very clear that this is a family situation with the 8 of Cups coming out. So it's a family situation. We have that with the 7th house coming out. This is profound relationships, our intimate relationships. Yeah, look, you have the House of God and the 2 of Coins, and again, you have the Hangman. So we have a lot of repeat cards coming through here. They don't want you to stay in this place of wishy-washy energy going back and forth. Do I give to them? Do I don't give to them? Because right now something is falling apart. The dynamic between you and this person, or you and this group of people, this family situationship, it's falling apart. It's falling apart. And part of that comes from, I feel like it's not even you. I feel like what's happening is that it's either a person or it's your family. Your family is now experiencing a lot of turbulence and trials. 1919 on the clock as I'm saying this. And you're about to experience the freedom of, and so your signs are trying to tell you and remind you to not give to this person. Yeah, they want to keep you small. Okay, they want to keep you stuck in a situation. They want to make you feel pressured to do things the way that they want you to do things. That's what's been keeping you in this place of feeling like you cannot grow, but there's a huge change that's coming. And I feel like the change coming is you being completely sure of yourself and the direction that you're taking in your life. And through that, they're no longer able to shake your confidence. This is a group of people who knew how to push your buttons, right? So it's either family of a family where you have kids and a spouse, or this is a family where it was your siblings and your mom and dad, your grandparents, your auntie, your uncle, cousins, like people you grew up with. Like, these are people who know you well enough to know how to push your buttons, and you're desensitizing those buttons. They're no longer triggers for you because the exhaustion of what you've gone through outweighs the want to be heard. And because of that, it's putting you into a position of surrender. And in that position of surrender, you're actually allowing yourself, you know, it's interesting, right? Because it's like whatever you wanted to manifest. If you wanted to manifest getting away from them, it's that surrender where it's just like, I'm just so exhausted. Like, I just can't do this anymore. And it's that very act that puts you in the place of allowing your manifestation to come in, because you're no longer holding on to the old ideal of who you were, and you're in a place of just letting it turn out how it's going to be. And so they're just reminding you to let things play out. Like, they're going to show you and continue to show you who they are. That's not going to change. This definitely feels like breadcrumbing. This feels like people who give so little, or they feel like because you hold this title in life that there's an obligation that you have to fulfill. None of that is real. All that is, it is an illusion here. All that is them trying to put a responsibility on you. Wow, I have the hiccups. Just a second. Okay. That's them trying to put on you this responsibility that's not even yours to carry in the first place, because they don't want to carry the responsibility of healing. They don't want to carry the responsibility nor the accountability of their own actions in life. So this is someone who, the more that you give, the more that they blame you, the more that they hold things against you. So it's really just good to stay quiet when it comes to this situation. And the signs that you're seeing right now are reminding you that there's something, a huge change coming. And the change that's coming is, it could be financial freedom, financial abundance. This could be financial stability to help get you away from this. This could be you just finding a way to get out of the situation. Maybe you're moving on to college, or you found a way to live on your own, or, you know, whatever it is. It's like you're finding a way to move away from this situation. And look, there they are. There they are. They're still stuck. And here you are running off into the sunset on your donkey, it looks like, you know. It's interesting. It's crazy how much they are confirming that this is a family situation with the Eight of Cups. Like, very, very clear here. This is a family situation. We could be dealing with a Pisces, a Taurus, a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Virgo, a Libra. We had a lot of Pisces energy just because we had the Hangman twice and the Eight of Cups twice. But it does not have... You could be a Pisces. You could have Pisces in the 8th house. Yeah. I also heard Sag or Leo in the 8th house too. So let's get some more out here, Source. What do you want to know? What do you want us to know? So we've got the house, the first house with individuality, self-image, and your approach to life. Look, I cannot make this up. We had Pisces energy flying out. Intimacy, intuition, and compassion. So you could be Pisces. You could have a Pisces rising here with these two cards. You don't have to. You could be a Sagittarius rising as well. Sagittarius moon, Pisces sun, moon, rising, Venus. Okay, take what resonates here. But this is showing that you're about to receive a newfound intimacy in your life, right? Profound relationships. There's going to be a new type of intimacy. It could be a lover. This could be a relationship. More or less, I really feel like this has to do with someone that you're going to connect with on a very spiritual level. So keep an open mind here. Don't put that they have to be someone that you're going to fall in love with. This could just be like a friend, a soul tribe. But this is what's been causing a lot of the tension here, is because of your self-image and how you are, your approach to life. And we've saw that throughout the whole reading. Your individuality. This has been causing a lot of tension and turmoil for you, because they've been trying to make you conform to their belief of how you should be. And it's just not working. Like, it's not working at all. Okay. And they're saying here, like, this is you following the signs to keep true to yourself, allows you to come into a place of finding new connections. We have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Again, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. So we do have water on the bottom here. It's about cleansing out your soul, your energetic well-being as well. So let's see what else comes out here for you, pile 3. What do these signs mean, Source? What would you like to tell us? Yeah, water again. We have 42 with happiness, dolphin. Exactly. And here it is getting put in the middle here of the abundance. You're about to manifest happiness in your life. And this is going to cause a lot of emotional issues within these family members. Like, they're going to really feel bad, but they're also going to feel like jealous and intimidated by you because you actually manifested what you said you were going to. They never believed you in the first place. Again, this transformation, the dynamic is shifting because now, no matter what the obligation was, okay, now they cannot rely on that any longer because you're stepping up into a powerful position here, okay? On the bottom, we have, look, equality with seahorse. Again, water. So you could be calling in a water sign to you. But see, look, we have the turbulence here, right? This is someone who's been spying on you a lot. Yeah, and you're releasing them. Look at that. Look, water again. You're releasing it. You're like, nope, I'm not going to hold on to this. With moderation. Coming into a very active, fiery time in your life. But you're releasing them. Walking away. I got to take care of myself, right? This is you taking care of yourself, and then you're calling in someone who's going to treat you like they're equal. I'm not above you. I'm not below you. I'm right here with you. Right? But that's not always the case. Okay, on the bottom, we have synergy. Yes, a balance. 2727. This is a balanced energy. It's like the two, it's like this, you and this person, or you and this group that's coming in. Okay, it's almost like you're like, how was I ever even capable of giving energy to this other person? Because now I know what it's like to be treated with respect, to have people show up and be in my court, to have people show up and actually cheer me on like I cheer them on. Like, I'm not just giving and giving and giving. I'm actually getting in return, and I'm getting as much as I'm giving. Like, this is absurd, right? Like, how could I ever have been in that old energy? But that's what you're going to get to experience. And then I feel like after even just a short time of being in this energy, you're going to be like, wow, you know, like, that was really my life. Like, I was really giving to people who didn't care about me that way. Yeah. Stillness, and this is going to bring you a lot of peace. Okay, and I feel like this is Source also reminding you that when things get turbulent between you and these family members, to find a place of stillness as best as you can. You know, whether that's meditating before you go to bed or when you wake up, or, you know, finding peace and quiet when things are going crazy. Go outside, spend time in nature, find a lake, find a river, find the ocean. You know, find the mountains, some nature, whatever it is, you know, find it. We have 4 coming out here with be fearless and bold. Don't be afraid of who you are. Let yourself shine everywhere you go. It doesn't matter if these people are jealous of you. That's their problem. That's not your problem. It's not personal. It has nothing to do with you. You know, a lot of people don't realize that jealousy is literally just, I see in you what I'm not able to connect with in myself. It resides within them, but they're just not able to connect with it. Love is all around with Nightingale, with number 41. So remember to come from this place of kindness and love, right? No matter what, stay in a place of kindness, stay in a place of love, stay in a place of compassion. Remember, we're exhibiting the action of unconditional love, which means I love everyone equally, right? I don't let anyone treat me in a certain way. If I don't take the abuse, but I also don't attack. I come from a place of love. Astara, you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. So I feel like your signs are also reminding you that you are manifesting what you've asked for. Your dreams are coming true. Isabella, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So if you're being asked to change something here, this is your green light. Okay, let's get one of these. What else, Source, for this reading for pile number 3? What are the signs and synchronicities that they're seeing mean? Okay, we have in the flow. The universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life you really want to have. I feel like Source is sending you someone that's meant to be on your journey to remind you that you're not alone. I feel like it's been a long journey for you, and it's like it felt very alone, especially if you've been dealing with this, right? Dealing with a family who's in an unwanted energy with it in the reverse here. It's like this is something that's been really, really difficult for you. And so sometimes that can get so heavy. It's like Source doesn't want you to give up. So they're sending you someone to remind you of how amazing you are. Like someone who's going to help lift you up, support you. You're going to help lift them up and support them. And it's almost like the two of you vibe together because you both need each other in a very beautiful way. Ups and downs. Your work has potential for both advancement and stagnation. See if there's hope, but allow yourself to move on if needed. And I feel like this is the type of energy that you've been in. And it's interesting that this would fall out over the Pisces energy here. So it could be that you're the Pisces having these ups and downs, or that you're having a lot of ups and downs with the Pisces. But I do see here that the signs are helping you to find space to move on. Okay? To find space to move on for yourself, to find the courage to choose yourself first in these situations, to know that you're not obligated to do anything, right? Your only obligation is to take care of yourself, to give yourself self-love, care, compassion, and kindness, and to make sure that you're showing up for yourself. I feel like they want one more of these. Yeah, passion, insane chemistry, having sparks and having fun, equal interest, and burning desire. And it's interesting because I feel like the only reason this came out is because of equal interest. This is saying that they're bringing in someone who's going to be equal give and take. And then we have not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear and frustrations. And this is that energy of this fight, this person, this group, this situation. That's what they've been making you feel for so long. But you're shifting into this place of trusting yourself fully. And this person with the equal interest who's treating you with an equal give and take is bringing you into such a grounded place that you're understanding, like, I don't deserve to be treated like I'm not enough because I always have been. Addiction, codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, and emotional block. This is what it's been doing for you. This has been an addiction of some sorts. This is a codependent situation. There's a lot of control in here, right? The possessive energy, and this has been an emotional block for you. It's been keeping you restrained. They're very much in this place of trying to get you to be who they want you to be, which is a doormat, right? They want you to be a doormat here, and you're growing, albeit it might be slow. That's okay, though. Give yourself credit. Even if it's slow and steady, you're winning this race. You're growing out of it. And so your signs are helping you find the ways to leave this roller coaster ride behind. To say, look, I don't deserve this. This is not energy that anybody deserves. Wow, that was a lot. Okay, I guess we'll take them. Drowning on the bottom. You're going under and barely keeping things afloat. Ask for help. So again, Source is being very clear that they're sending you help. Okay, like it's very clear here that they're sending you help. We have distance, so far away physically and emotionally. See if you can rekindle the passion again. And we have passion here. Yeah, so they're bringing a new passion back into your life. And I feel like that's a connection with a person, like an actual connection, not something that is based on sex, not something that is based on very superficial things, not something that is based on very surface level things. This is something that's deep and intimate in a cosmic way, in a very spiritual way. Struggle. You feel like you aren't being supported. If it's not a team effort, it's best to stand alone. Exactly. Exactly. This has not been a team effort. These ups and downs, they're saying it's time for you to stand alone. And in doing so, that's where the transformation comes in your relationships. Tangled. Unable to free yourself from a sticky situation, taking a step back helps you to see clearly. This is all synchronistic to this reading. Your signs are helping to lead you away from something that has been keeping you very stuck and stagnant for a while. So we're going to take a look at your Sacred Rebels work. I'm going to read this from the book and see what it says. I love this. Like we have softly, softly, the tender touch. Like she's crying. This has been difficult for you. This has been very difficult for you. This is something that has weighed on you a lot. But if you see here, she's being activated. She has the lotus flower on top of her head. You see the third eye activation here. You see how she's beginning to speak her truth. But I feel like this is more of an honesty to oneself, a deeper honesty of opening up to oneself. This is you being able to speak truly to yourself and say, look, this is not working. I gotta go. I gotta get out of Dodge here. This just ain't working for me. Like, maybe this is what I needed once, but I don't need this anymore at all. Okay, so this is a really long one, but I might not read the whole thing. Okay, it says, the feminine wisdom of gentleness can assist you now. When we are at a point in life where we want to attain greater things, but don't necessarily have a proportionately greater supply of energy at our disposal, it is time to work smarter rather than harder. This is the way of the feminine wisdom. However, cultural ignorance of the feminine way currently prevails. We are generally taught that the more force we use, the more we try to make things happen, the more we will achieve. The feminine way is not about force, nor is it about driving, striving, pushing, or grabbing at what we can in order to create. It is about inviting what we wish for to come into the space we have provided for it internally and in our lives. This method cultivates more energy, causes less stress, and attracts what is desired. It is manifestation by invitation rather than by will or force. There is an old story that the sun and the wind were debating about who was more powerful after boasting about their prowess. Didn't I say that you're like the sun earlier? I'm almost 100% sure I said that. This is, okay, look, this, oh, wow. Thank you so much, Source. After boasting about their prowess, they made a wager. A man walked down the street with a coat on. The wind and the sun decided that whomever could force the coat off the man was more powerful. The wind began demonstrating its impressive power. It blew and blew and caught underneath the coat, pulling it and nearly ripping it right off the man. But the man wrapped his coat around himself more tightly and protected himself against the force of the wind. Eventually, perhaps temporarily out of puff, the wind gave up. The sun took over. He shone down, becoming brighter and brighter until the man slipped off his coat, slung it over his shoulder, and walked down the street, quite possibly wondering what was happening with the weather that day. The wind attempted to do by force what the sun was able to do by being. You're being asked to surrender your forcefulness, your determination, your intense activity, even if it's just for this moment. Does this mean that you have to surrender the goals you were chasing through those endeavors? Certainly not. This is not about letting go of achievement. It is about understanding the process of manifestation is a more intelligent way. There is a way of creating what gives you energy and doesn't leave you utterly worn out. It is about allowing what you want to come to you. Be yourself absolutely, naturally, and with ease. Shine your light and allow your presence to invite that which you wish to receive. It is about cultivating an energetic affinity with what you seek rather than feelings of lack and need. Do you see the subtle but important difference? To feel that you are already a naturally abundant being who gratefully invites more of what you want into your life is rather different feeling of lack, fear, and wishing your world would change. It is a bit like dressing for your job, the job you want, even if it is not yet the job you have. You energetically embody what you wish to attract more of in your life. Like attracts like. This oracle brings you a message. You don't need to push quite so hard to receive what is naturally coming to you. Your push comes from a place of uncertainty over whether or not you will succeed. You need to relax and have more faith in yourself. All things come in time, rightfully and according to a great loving wisdom. You are not immune to this. You shall have your time and shine too. Rebel against any voice of fear within you or around you that tells you otherwise. It is okay to become softer, to feel the energy of what you wish to attract in your life, and to act as much as you can as though it is already that way. You are not fantasizing or daydreaming or failing to live in the real world if you do this. You are actually working with the feminine art of manifestation through gentle beingness and attraction. As you soften into becoming what you are seeking, what you wish for will not be able to resist your shining, inviting presence. This is the thing, like, and you've been really working really hard, I feel like, to heal this. And this is so profound because I'm almost certain it was your reading that I said at the beginning, like, you're like sunshine. Everybody wants your energy. They want to be around you, and Source is bringing in people who are also sunshine. And I have no idea. It was just so profound that came out. And that is so amazing that this card even talked. I didn't even know what it was. I like surprises, so I look at them with you. And so we're seeing here that it's like there's a connection here that's been trying to be forced, and they want to force you into doing something that's for them. It's been leaving you in this place of not feeling like you're enough, but there's a new passion that's emerging here that's going to help you reconnect with that deeper wisdom. And you're just going to allow things to unfold. And as you allow things to unfold, you're going to naturally bring to you your tribe, your connections, the people who are meant to be there for you. You're no longer going to be trying to force it to happen. I loved your reading, Pile 3, and I pray that it finds you well. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little sun emoji down below and say, I receive by being my bright, sunshiny light. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this incredible message. And until next time, pile number 3. Oh, also, if you watched all 3 piles, leave a purple heart down below and say I made it. Right? I totally spaced it, but it's there. So if you did make it through all 3 piles, just know I appreciate you, and the purple heart is always for you. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.